Good evening. I'm Romello Marcellus. This is a Romello Marcellus show. I just wanted to come on and talk about the topic for this evening or the content of the show. It is kind of a touchy subject and it may offend some. If it does, this is merely a platform for stimulating conversation. And if we can't talk about the mistakes, we can't heal. There's a lot of mistakes that we all have made in life. And this is one of those times where we come together as a village and discuss those mistakes. This is not to be taken personal, but this is merely an opinion. And some of these contexts or these opinions may or may not reflect the opinions and the views of this show and its host. And with that being said, welcome.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective.
It's the biggest boss
From business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome once again to the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he and he is me. Welcome once again. If you're here, hey, I am so thankful for you to be here. There's so many places in the world that you could be, but you chose to be here with me tonight. And tonight, man, we have a very, very touchy topic in the black community that I'm going to deal with this evening. It is a thing that's actually going to, in time, truly affect our way of life. I know that a lot of us see things going on, even with the schools, where they're actually even furtherance, whitewashing our history, not even teaching the children those things. I mean, in further discussion, even some of the HBCUs, they don't even teach black history. So if you don't know where you come from, a lot of times you go to hell. And this is one of those times. I want to share something with you guys tonight. And I want you to really take a look at it. But I want to wait for some people to get in the room. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm just going to let it rock out. You know my theme music. All gangsters have theme music. But we'll talk about who we got in the room. Welcome. Kimberly Sweets 23 is joining the room. Wamia's in the room. Destiny Monet is joining the room. Welcome. Toy and the Black Vegans in the room. Welcome. Yeah, if you're on this site, man, and you're here tonight, please, man, go to your groups, go to your pages, click it, share it. Let's broaden the topic. Let's broaden the conversation, man. One love, y'all. Let's get it in. A lot of us need this help, this insight that we got tonight. I'm coming with a lot of energy. I'm coming with a lot of heat tonight. I am looking to shake up some shit. That's just it. This is not my show. This is y'all's show. This is our show. I'm just merely working it for you guys. I'm bridging gaps, and hey, that's it. You know, if you like it, man, and you like this show, follow, subscribe, like this, click the bell on YouTube, and get your notifications here on Facebook as well as Instagram. Let your people know what's up, man. Yeah. Let me just say, man, this forum, man, it's chugging along, man. I got to be me in my own lane, and I like intellectual, stimulating conversation. I'm not here to beat anyone up. I spread love everywhere I go, and that's basically what this is. This is love, man. It's learning to love us as people of color, because so much has been taken from us. It's our way to get some sort of semblance of who we are and who we come from. Just know, man, you're loved here. You're loved here. Okay? Tonight, like I said, is going to be a very, very very charged show. I know you all seen me in my style before, where I've actually gone and gone off on a tangent. Yeah, this is gonna be that. This is gonna be that. So I'm just basically saying, hey, get yourself together, tighten your seat belts, because we are about to lose cabin pressure. Just know that I'm doing this in love, man. Doing this in love. That's what it is. It's love, all love. It's nothing more. Yeah. We got to get busy, man. We got to get busy changing, or we got to get busy getting out the way, because there's nothing left for us to do but to get it together or get busy dying. Ain't that what Red said in Shawshank? Get busy living or get busy dying. And this is what this is about. We make a lot of stupid ass mistakes, right? Because we feel some kind of way about ourselves. And we're out here, a lot of us, alone to fend for ourselves. And we just functioning retards, living with PTSD and no therapy. And yeah. While everybody's coming in the room, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Boiling Point Fitness has just joined the room. Welcome. Kenny Sway is in the room. Welcome, welcome, brother. Yeah, you don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss this one. Actually, I got something for you. And oh, by the way, I like the GoPro. I love that. Yeah. Just hang on 1 second. I'm gonna let a few people get in the room. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and jump on into it because I can't contain it any longer. I just can't contain it any longer. So here it is. Let me. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. For all of y'all on Facebook, you'll be able to see this, but on Instagram, you will be able to hear this. I want you to listen to the commentary of what I'm about to share with you guys, and you'll understand where I'm going with this tonight.
Documents showing the white races of Europe, and we can get a better perspective as to who the Moors were fighting. These are the albinos and the beasts of Europe. And the Moors were fighting these people for hundreds of years prior to the so-called transatlantic slave trade. And one interesting thing I wanted to show you is that when you look at these beasts and albinos and how they have achieved what they've been able to achieve in just a few hundred years, keeping in mind that they were considered wild men just a few hundred years ago, and they had no last names. Many of them didn't even have first names. And I wanted to show you this because I found this very interesting. If you see here the wild men, and you look at the clothing that the people are wearing to the left, you can see here they're wearing this clothing to cover up their hairy bodies. So I found that very interesting. And something else I found in the British Library was one of the oldest genealogy charts, one of the first ones made for white people. And as you can see at the bottom of that genealogy chart, you see two wild men. So they're showing that their ancestry comes from the caveman. So that should give you something to think about, considering that just a few hundred years later, today, we have people like the Queen of England who claim to be of the royal bloodline of Egyptians and Cushites who ruled the earth. They even found the remains of a boy who was buried at Stonehenge in Europe. He was buried in Europe, but he actually came from the Mediterranean Sea in Africa. And he came to Europe 3,500 years ago. So that's in 1500 BC. So we're told that the Moors arrived in Europe in 700 AD. But here we have black people out of Africa coming to Europe over 2,000 years before the Moors arrived in 700 AD.
Now, what does that tell you? What I'm taught, or have always been taught, is that usually people treat people the way they've been treated, right? So if we were the Moors, and we were the Moors, and yeah, this was going on. All I can say is right now, damn it, we didn't let the pets get the upper hand on us. That's a goddamn shame. When you look at it, to this second, man, we still don't have human rights. We're not human beings. Okay? Let me get into the topic of this show. I can't even wait any longer. All right? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna put this up on Instagram first. All right, there we go. And here we go. The topic tonight is the truth about black booty. People don't understand what booty is. Booty is not just a part of the body, but is the spoils of war, of wars that have gone on, and people have gotten the upper hand and has slayed their opponent, and have sacked the city or sacked their kingdom, and have taken everything and restructured everything to where they have the upper hand. Okay? Tonight, the topic is about our interracial choices. Okay? Now, first off, I'm going to deal with us brothers. Black men, we must get our shit together because we are losing still. Although we've been truly out of change, maybe 60 or 70 years tops, but just as early as the 60s, you still had people living in chains because they didn't know any better. Okay? So with the adjustments come responsibility. All right? We got to clean up our act. As far as our oppressors, they will continue to dwell in the circle of the sins of their fathers. So they'll reap theirs. But we can't keep getting caught up in their bullshit with their whitewash and with the control of the things that we take into our minds, our bodies, and to our hearts, and we believe about ourselves. Okay? To start to stay and deal with our own. Brothers and sisters, how can you love another and you don't love yourself, or you don't love your own? There is no sense in that. I don't understand it. And black women, how can you deal with the most nasty, barbaric being on the face of this earth? Not hating, because see, love, I love everybody. Love transcends all, okay? But the facts remains, as foundational blacks to this day, we have been beaten and still are being beaten to death in the streets. We have been raped and made to feel less than human to this second by someone or a being who has been that on every continent of this earth. Everywhere he's gone, he's brought destruction and havoc. But you saw who you laying with. All right? And as far as that ass, your booty, oh yeah, you want to give it to them freely nowadays because of what you have been programmed to believe about yourself. What you've been programmed to believe about yourself is that there's no good men. We're all dogs. We're in jail. We gay. A whole bunch of that garbage. But see, you forget the ancestors who were raped and bred and abused and beaten and hung from trees as low-lying strange fruit for years, but you openly give now. Some would call you a traitor. You need your head examined, or you got ill information. You think they love you? Shit. If so, you're lying to yourself. Girl, you just a bed wench, as they've always been. You want to see what they really think of you? Go get on Ghetto Gaggers or one of them choke that whole sites. What they really want to show you is some cock and jizz. I'm just calling a spade. I can't say it any plainer than what it is. And people will say, well, I love who you love. Yeah, love does transcend all, but you know what? You first have to make some shit right before you start accepting people into your situation. Now, I got some people, I did a poll earlier, and this is some of the things that these people or women were saying. Been married to my husband for 3 years in June. Never have I ever felt like I was betraying my race. I am still no less a proud black woman, regardless of whom I love. My husband treats me like a goddess and an incredible father to our daughter. I didn't marry his race. I married the man I loved, period. More power to you, boo. I guess some people just, I guess they, why the fuck are we always, why is it? Why can't we love our own, love ourselves? Here's another one. It's wild seeing ignorant comments like reproducing with someone who doesn't look like you indicates you don't love yourself. And being biracial, people are out here with some loud, wrong options. Y'all be blessed and stay hydrated. Okay? Like I said, I can't make this shit up. Here's one. I sort of post in these black women's groups or pages or sites. If you want to date a white man, stop looking for validation and acceptance. If you feel guilty, there's a reason. Go figure, man. Here's one. I personally could never. The effects of what was done and still being done to our people will never sit right enough with me in my spirit to allow me to choose to lay with a white man when, for centuries, we didn't have these type of choices. They raped us, murdered us, they experimented on us, they broke our spirits. As people, we are still broken. Our experiences in the world are too different for them to truly understand the post-traumatic slave syndrome we still deal with. We are still waiting to be made whole. This world does not see us as such. Black love only. Here's another one. No shade to anyone that dates them. I support all love. It just ain't for me. I'm here to make black ass kids with my black ass husband so we can build some black ass wealth together. More power to you, sister. I have dated a white man before, back when I was like 20, and it was not for me. Me personally, we're too different. I don't want to have to explain my struggle, and I ain't trying to argue with someone who clearly can never understand or begin to empathize with me as a melanated person and what I go through. Plus, I don't want to water down my beautiful black genes any more than they already are. And to top it off, how am I going to explain to my ancestors that I'm fraternizing with the same people that are keeping us oppressed? I cannot. Here's something, right? I'm married to a white man. I'm semi-militant. So for me, it's hard, especially since his views tend to be very white. From time to time, honestly, if I had to do it all, that doesn't mean I would never date white or outside of my race again. I would just be very cautious and make sure his views heavily align with mine. Wow. This one really kind of pushed the ballot for me in understanding what kind of lunacy exists. This one. Mine wouldn't listen and refused to believe in white privilege. Voted for Trump and believes Trayvon Martin's death was justified. I was like, how he's an undercover racist while married to a black woman and biracial kids. I let him go. But this is the world we living in, right? So why go down that road? See, because the existence of it all, man, I tell you, it's like, what do you do? Well, I could say that some people feel that their choices don't affect them or those around them, when in all actuality, you help the cause, not our cause. Do you know they're on their way out and they need you to help them and continue to exist? Can't make it on their own. They still experiment. Someone says they're still experimenting on us, and we line up for it without question. They know at this point they do not have to try very hard. Damn shame. Which is true. It's a very valid point. Fucking shame, that people are willing to do that. People are willing to just fall in line. Here's my question, right? Sisters, how can you love someone that doesn't, someone who says they love you, but they don't love your father, the one who helped produce you? How? I think that's goddamn hard, or that's contradictory, right? Yeah. Some of you sisters, man, don't even get it. They're getting an exotic for less than half the price. But love transcends all. If you're just joining tonight, man, the truth is about black booty, man. The spoils of war. That's what I'm talking about. When you get the headship out of the way, then you can take everything else. And this is what's going on still to this day and has gone on. But we don't have to give in to it so freely. Damn. Get your pound of flesh. Get your shit right first. We'll never see a 40 acres in a mule. Well, we might get a mule, but we won't get 40 acres. Let me see who I got in the room. Yaya just joined the room. Long Live Hollywood just joined the room. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Welcome. Good. So the topic.
It's a deep one. I could never, ever date outside my race. I'm too race loyal. I understand that the survival of our own race, we're dwindling down for sure. We're definitely being whitewashed. There's no way I could ever lay with a white person knowing the history. I couldn't get that out of my mind. There is no way I would be able to do that. People focus on love, and that's cool and all, but even deeper than that, what about just the survival of our people?
Right.
What about the economic survival of our people? When you split with them, whatever, the financial aspect of it, we're hurting financially. We're hurting mentally. We're hurting educationally. So if we're dividing any type of wealth or knowledge and opportunity with the other, we are further in dividing what the rest of us is in need of.
Right. I would think anyone that was able to see their grandparents or great grandparents, or even to look through the lens of history itself and see the suffering, would have a problem with that. There's some messed up people that I'm not going to allow you to do shit to me, and then I'm just going to come back and fuck with you. That's not going to happen. Or deal with anybody that looks like you, that comes from your loins or your lineage at all. It's not going to happen. There's got to be divided lines. The only thing I can do with them is get some money. That's it. And at the end of the day, see you.
Yeah.
And that's reaching.
And you can't even trust them too deep when it comes to that. Like, you have to know exactly what it is you're there for. It's kind of a stick and move situation. Get what you come to get and keep it moving.
Exactly.
Long term. I've interacted with white people on a business level. I've had conversations with white people plenty of times, and from those conversations and interactions, I've never met one of them who truly understands our struggle. So to be with one of them on an intimate level, it just ain't happening. They don't understand me as a Black woman completely. You can read all the books in the world, you can take all the classes in college. You don't understand the struggles of a Black man.
Never will.
One of the comments that you read was saying how she didn't want to have to explain her struggle. I don't want to have to explain my struggle to you, because you have to comprehend that, and I know on a deep level you never will understand. There's nothing I can do to help you understand, just like I'll never understand what it's like to be white. I'm not that. I wake up, I drive around, I see the cops as a Black woman, I get nervous. I've bought and pulled out the car before. Some of them may understand that, but as our experience in this country, and if you know anything about history, just worldwide, globally, it's the same everywhere. Mm-hmm. We are still treated less than human. The experimenting thing, with the COVID shots, we don't know what the hell they putting up in us, and we line up for it first. It's like, no, why don't you wait until let them do it first? Let them do it first. They've experimented. Tuskegee Airmen, we know what happened with, autism in Black people, mm-hmm. and our Black children.
The booster shots.
They come out and they admit to it. They knew what was going on. They knew the amount of mercury is in that. So to just line up and y'all don't know what the hell this stuff is going to do to me, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. We know about the reproductive things that they have done to us. We know about when we go to the hospital, how they don't take our pain seriously. We know about how we have a harder time coming out of childbirth the same way that we went into it. Exactly. So it's way deeper than just love. They don't have to, though. It is a privilege thing. And a lot of them don't even understand that they are privileged.
Right on.
For me, it's a smack in the face either way. White man, black woman, black man, white woman.
Well, let me say this, sister. The only thing he sees in you is pleasure. That's it.
That's it.
Pleasure. That's all he sees in you. You're exotic, and he's getting you for cheap. He's getting you for less than half the price. See, white men even budget their pleasure. You like a pack of cigarette or a glass of bourbon. They paycheck is mortgage or rent, food, insurance, whores, entertainment. And that's how that goes.
Right.
And they're gonna keep their views. You sleeping with the enemy
Of
every
course.
night, every day. And the brothers, you know, those that dip and dab, shit, they learn the hard fucking way. It's economics. And usually it's some athlete or some established individual. Average brother, trust me, he rolling up on a broad, she white, she's busted. It's very rare he's getting something that's worth something. He getting a Yugo. He ain't gonna get a Ferrari.
So down in
Yeah.
Charles County, they're all over down there.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say is other races understand. Main take one understand that
Yep.
they're race loyal. We are first in line not to be race loyal
Mm-hmm.
because we're emotional and we want to feel something.
Yeah. Because we've been deprived of it for so long, just like they have, prior to us. Walking around on all fours up in the Caucasus Mountains.
Right. And, you know, we don't even have it in us. Not to say that there aren't melanated cultures around the country who still live, around the globe who still live off the land. You know, they are hunters that are very barbaric, but on a basic scale, especially foundational black people, we don't have it in us to be as barbaric as they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really do your history, they don't even respect the fact that we are not. If you look at Haiti, they don't really fuck with Haiti like that because they know you come over here and fuck with us, we fucking you up.
That's it.
Period.
That's why they should.
They will
How do
die
you
for
think they
this.
got
That's not
there?
something that,
How do you think they got there?
yeah,
They were
Absolutely.
They were the indigenous folks here who was killing their asses off for the first 100 years of slavery.
absolutely. And the Haitians got it right. They understand, you know, yes, they live very, very poor, but you don't really fuck with Haitians like that. They don't fuck with them like that.
But see,
We're not willing to die for ours.
Mm-hmm. We willing to sell ours out so
But
we can feel good.
go ahead and tell you, oh, you gonna give me this scratch off ticket to get this COVID shot? Let me go ahead and get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, they tell us every which way, all over the media that, you know, we sell ourselves for real cheap.
Yeah.
And
very
they know
cheap.
it.
How do you go into an inner city and tell them to take the shot and we'll give you beer?
You know why?
Wow.
Because we'll line up for that free beer.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a cold one. I'll take it.
Yep. Bullshit. Bullshit. Well, I thank you for your time.
That situation. No problem.
Thank you. If you're just joining the show, the topic of the night is the truth about black booty. Black booty not as in your ass, but the spoils of war. And there has been a war that's been raging and going on for some time now. And yeah, at this point in time, we are truly fighting a losing battle because now everybody is washed, brainwashed, and a whole bunch of other shit. Taught to forget themselves by chasing things. The reason why we ended up in this situation in the beginning. Okay? So, you know, I'm going to be the first to say it if no one else is going to say it. I hate seeing my black sisters with white men. God damn it, I hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. And vice versa. I hate it. And I'm saying this because you could say you can love who you want, and love does love does transcend all, race, creed, everything. But God damn it, there's been too much hurt to us that needs to be repaired first before we should even step across those lines to do those things. We can't get understanding until we get some healing. We can't even get a written apology. But you got people that atrocities have happened on other soils that are being made whole here. How is it that someone got reparations from our country for a Holocaust that happened elsewhere? Shit, our concentration camps are right down the road. I guarantee you can drive back up to some of these little rural areas and in these country hick towns and see some nooses still hanging from the trees and some plantation or some old shacks that's up in the cut there. And you know, another thing that offends me is that I look at some of the, the wineries or the different places and the vacation spots, like even Williamsburg. People go down there, oh, here's Colonial Williamsburg. And they look like us and they got so many smiles and walking up into places and shit like that. And damn. Yeah. Your people weren't smiling when they were there. I can promise you that. I ain't going to see nobody's plantation. Shame. We do better, and we have done better by ourselves. This is where the true battle has been with us. All those that were great that came before us and they talked separatism or separation were killed, put out to pasture, and discredited and everything else. Why? Because of the economic structure. I stated this on the show before. We are the greatest consumers on the face of this earth. But with that said, this day and age and prior to us, we've always been prosperous. The reason is because we are the chosen people. We're the only people on the face of this earth that has built a country from scratch for nothing. And the Creator, God, has always saw fit to prosper us in our times of need and keep us through things but when we deal with this oppressed situation with our oppressors, we just can't seem to get a break because we don't produce anything. And I think if we were producers of something like steel or coal or nuclear energy or some shit like that, we'd have a better place. Just like all you dummies went out there and voted for these people that's in the White House now, and that is the biggest and greatest interracial couple, and they have fucked everybody. I mean, I take my hat off to, man, the people that are on the front line like Umar, and they're doing the work and they're bringing the message to folks, man, to take a look at it. It's not being radical or, only they're driving in, but to incite the revolution in mind, to obtain the information, to make better choices, Wow, it's just what we need. And a lot of times we don't want to apply ourselves to those things. Here's something. The Asians didn't even have to protest in this country to get protection from this country. Everybody got protection except for black folks. Still cool to this day for black men to get killed in the street, i.e. lynched from the tree. We steal strange fruit, but this time and now they just smashing us on the ground like a watermelon. It's a shame they beat that boy the way they did in the damn bathroom stall, y'all. Come on now. Nothing I need to say other than you motherfuckers is crazy. You need your head examined. I have been with people who have been with them, and sometimes, I even being around them in their presence, I get grossed the fuck out. Like, damn, how the fuck could you? sell yourself out like that and your people. I don't give a fuck how you feeling. God damn. Gross. Nasty. Laying with animals. Laying with beasts. Don't let the clothes fool you. It's the ways. You can't change it. You can't change it. I don't care what you do. Nothing you can do. I'll say this much, man, and all you're getting, get understanding. Because a lot of you motherfuckers ain't got it. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. This has been a very interesting conversation. And yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I've enjoyed you. This is just an idea, and I'm going to keep pushing the ideas that I have. It's not crazy to me. They thought no, it began to rain. So you do the same. And I'm waiting for the hate to come, because trust me, it's coming for me. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Not going to change. Yeah. Yep. Man, I just appreciate the fact that y'all are here with me. And you could have been anywhere in the world. But you chose to be here with me. And on that note, y'all can get the fuck off my line.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.